Hello my friends, and welcome to another pick a card reading. I hope you're all doing really well. Today's reading is what is coming into your life next, or what is next coming into your life. I haven't started to do the actual cards for selection, so I'm going to do that now. So let's have a little look. Pile 1, you have the beaver, which is work. Pile 2 will be the horse, which is freedom. Ooh. No, actually I won't take that. And pile 3 is the deer, okay, which is power. So we have work, which is beaver, we have horse, which is freedom, and we have deer, which is power. So pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. Timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hi pile 1, so you chose the beaver, which is work. So there may be something that is to do with work that may be coming into your life, and we've also got the number 27 here, which equates to the number 9. So it may be an old cycle that has kind of been giving you some kind of a need to want to move on to something new, and you want to build something new, you want to create something new. Because there may be a sense of you wanting to move towards something that just works for you now, rather than staying with something that doesn't work. So that's the energy I get initially. Let's have a look with tarot to gain some more insight into the situation. So what is coming into pile 1's life now? What is coming into pile 1's life? What new thing is coming into pile 1's life? Okay. Oh, so we've got the 4 of Pentacles reversed. So it's definitely like some kind of release, something that was maybe stable, something that was kind of like a safety net in a way. I'm thinking something that, you know, you thought was kind of stable, it's going to change, something different. Strength reversed, and it also might feel that, you know, this kind of destabilizes you. We don't really have the tower, so what I'm thinking is that this could be the end of something that didn't really give you any kind of empowerment, and now you're moving on to something that really actually makes you feel strong about things. Yeah, this is definitely to do with like some kind of work situation. You may have taken some time to work on yourself, to work on your own things, to work on your, so say for example, if you were in a job and you might be finding that job wasn't really what was what you wanted. It might not be giving you the empowerment that you needed, so you're moving towards something that you can rely on, something that you can actually feel stable and secure in. And it definitely seems like something to do with self rather than relying on anything external. Okay, we've got 6 cards here, so 6 cards it shall be. So you've got the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely. I see this kind of like sense of you moving on to something or working with something that is kind of more self-reliant, something that you're going to really, that you know that if you work towards, that you're going to be able to see results in, rather than something external. It may be a passion project or something like that. And even if, like, say, for example, you start to work on a passion project, for example, you want to do you enjoy making cakes or something like that. And something that like that would really give you some kind of, you feeling really good about things, that might be something that you put more work towards and you can actually see tangible results, like the whole thing with like baking a cake. You actually have the cake there, so you can see how you're progressing. And it could be like a real new move, a real kind of jump into the unknown. And with this particular deck, because it's so kind of bright, and we also have this kind of like figure that's young, moving into something that just kind of gives you a new lease of life, that helps you to fall in love with your life and fall in love with possibility again. The King of Wands reversed. There may be some kind of animosity that might be connected to where you were coming from. This lack of strength as well that's here. It's almost like, you almost seem with your jump into the new, it may be that you can see how disempowered you were previously. And now you're seeing, right, okay, I know where I can trust that things are going to work out for me. So that's where I'm going to put my energy. And this also could be someone that sees that and is not really too happy with you moving on from that. So that's really, really interesting. Okay, I'm going to pull some astrology for you, pile 1. Okay, so we've got Jupiter reversed. And a square. So, I mean, this definitely resonates with the fact that, of me feeling that there was a situation that wasn't really giving you what you needed. And because of that, it almost seems like the push from that is something that's going to push you into a space where you do feel this sense of expansiveness. You feel something a lot more fruitful in that respect. You want to move towards that. This kind of paradigm where you were previously is not somewhere where you want to be anymore. You want to move towards something else, and you're making active steps towards that. So what I'm feeling is that there is going to be a new opportunity that's going to come into your life that's going to help you to really fall in love with yourself. Okay. And then I'm going to pick one of these, actually. Final destination. Wow. Okay, yeah, because I think you can see that your destination or your kind of end goal plan, your end goal or your plan to go forward does not include where you were. It's almost like you're moving forward beyond this sense of this King of Wands, and you want to do it with a sense where you feel a lot more free, a lot more stable, and not so erratic, and somewhere that doesn't involve so much ego, because we've got this kind of strength. I just feel like this was a situation that disempowered you, and now you're moving into something that, and things, because you're moving into that energy of welcoming something new and doing something new for yourself, that new opportunities are going to come forward for you, that are going to help you move towards kind of what you essentially want. Okay, and one last card that I'm going to pick out for you, pile 1. Okay, you got 2. You got knowledge. And you got sensuality. Lovely. So we've got knowledge, and that's number 10 as well. 2 + 8 equals 10. And then we've got 3 with sensuality, which is 3. So Empress energy and kind of being with yourself, really. So what I'm seeing here is that you're going to gain a lot more knowledge from this situation that you had. You're going to evolve from this situation. It's almost like you're coming into this new cycle of where you can really see what is right for you, what is good for you, what's going to work for you, and what hasn't worked in the past. You're going to be involving yourself in things that are going to make you feel sensual, alive. Knowledge, let me connect above and below, let the knowledge of ancestors flow. So it's almost like the past is really going to be your teacher going forward into this new situation with this Page of Pentacles and with this Fool. Sensuality, freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. This is where you're heading. You're going towards somewhere that you truly feel happy, rather than somewhere where you feel imprisoned and not able to move forward. So, pile 1, those are the messages I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this little reading. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, I shall see you very soon. Take care. Bye. Hi, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose freedom, horse. And it's really interesting because the horse is coming through this gateway in the woods. So it's almost, and it's also the number 6. So this is about you coming into alignment with a sense of yourself that is going to engage in a sense of freedom in the steps that you are going to be taking, coming forward, or going forward even. It's almost like you're stepping through a gateway. The horse is also white. So that's representing to me that this is like almost a new beginning, or something new. You're taking a step possibly forward into something that is unknown, but also getting a real sense of liberation by coming into alignment with yourself. So that's what I see for you, pile 2. Let's see what your tarot has to say. Pile 2, what is coming in? What is new for pile 2? Ace of Pentacles, reversed. What new thing is coming towards pile 2? Death reverse. Interesting. Okay, and then we've got the Guru, which is the Hierophant, and then we've also got the the 10 of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so we've got the Page of Wands and also the 8 of Pentacles. Interesting. So it's almost like what you're stepping into and what you're kind of moving into is a move towards happiness, a move towards something that is really going to kind of bring you happiness in all areas. We're talking about with your life completely, with your love, with your work, with your home life, with everything. It's almost like you're going to do something really kind of stable for yourself. Similar message to pile 1, but in a way it's almost like you have already... It's like you're making a decisive move into something that's a lot more kind of stable for you. Very, very similar to pile 1 in that respect. But you've got the Ace of Pentacles and Death reversed. So it's almost like for you to understand the sense of freedom that you need to engage in. It's almost like you have to go back to the drawing board. That's what I'm seeing with this Guru card. It's almost like you're understanding that things didn't work out. There may be some things that you might not be able to leave behind. It may also be a project or something that didn't work out in one way, but then you might see that you have to do it a different way. So for example, you might have thought that, you know, starting up a new business or walking on a particular path, going towards something, there was a particular way of doing it, but it just didn't work out, and you don't want to leave that idea behind. So what you're doing is you're kind of doing it the proper way. You're doing it the kind of like tried and tested way, the way that like people have done it before. Like, so for example, as I said, if you're starting like a new business, you might have tried to do it in a way that might have been kind of a get rich quick kind of way. Like you might have thought, okay, I'm going to do it this way, I'm going to do it my own way, I'm going to have a little bit more of a kind of like avant-garde way of like going about it. But then what's happened is then you've realized that that doesn't actually work. There is an opportunity in it, but it's not quite, it can't be realized in that way. So what you're doing is you're thinking, okay, right, there still needs some work to be done. There's still some healing I need to do within myself to kind of accept this abundance into my life. So there's definitely, with the Guru here and this particular like Hierophant card, I'm seeing some kind of healing aspects. You may get more involved in some kind of spiritual practices for yourself in order to put yourself into a better place so that you can create this for yourself. And in the way I see it, it's going to really encourage those things to come towards you. It seems like, I don't know, I'm just getting a lot of like with the bits of foliage that are coming out of the Page of Wands here. It's almost like there's some real kind of new optimism for the future, because again, like part one, I think like you realize that only you can make this happen for yourself. You're the one that's going to have to take these steps forward. But you're going to do it in a really structured way. And I also get the sense that you know this, you know that doing it this way is going to work for you. You just may have tried it a different new way in order to see if something new came up and it didn't quite work out. So now you're thinking, okay, I'm going to come forward. So I do definitely see that this is something to do overall in terms of, I think, excuse me, you're just coming to the realization that you want such a higher kind of vibration for your life to exude. So now you're going towards whatever it is that's going to help you get towards that. You're not going to kind of go with old thoughts and feelings. Maybe you had some kind of like negative thought patterns and negative beliefs about where you thought that you could go, and now you're thinking, right, okay, I need to work through those, and the way that I work through those is by making opportunities for myself and being able to move forward. And because of that, you actually are able to manifest something really, really well, stable and quickly. So very interesting pile too. Let's get some astrology for you. Okay, so we've got the full moon reversed. Okay, interesting. So there may be, I think we are coming up to a full moon at the moment, and just double check. So, I mean, this is a timeless reading anyway. No, we're not actually coming to a full moon. Full moon, we're in the waning crescent at the moment, so the full moon may be in a little while. But when that full moon comes, when that comes to fruition, that's when you may see some changes. I am also seeing that this death reversed is kind of synonymous with that, so it definitely feels like something didn't come to pass. And I do also get a sense that it's not over. The dream is not over. It could also be a relationship as well, but I do also feel that something new on the horizon, that basically not, and I say this all the time, but I definitely feel that this is relevant in this case. Sometimes not getting what you want is a wonderful stroke of luck. Fourth house, which is family and home, very synonymous with the 10 of cups. So it's definitely, you could be also moving house as well. It may not happen as quick as possible, as quick as you wanted it to happen, but it might, but there may be some delays as well with some things. But I do think that definitely there's going to be something around, there's going to be something that's going to be coming in, and this reading that's what it's about. So it's about how something new is coming towards you. It definitely is. I think there's just going to be more participation that's going to be required on your part that you may not have been aware of. So let's see what these cards have to say. Hidden fears. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's some kind of like fears here with this Ace of Pentacle and this Death reversed. It's almost like saying that you're going to need to let go of those fears. But I don't know, I feel like you're aware of it, Pile 2. I think that you can understand like where you're holding yourself back, and you're like, right, okay, I'm going to need some time to work through this. So that's what you're going to do, I think, or that's what you're doing, and then you're going to welcome this new change. But I think that this change is going to be like in all areas. Okay, you've got 2 cards as well. So we've got new beginnings. It is reversed, okay, so I am going to see it as reversed. So let this magic be my spell and clear the space in which I dwell. So I think there may be like some necessary cleansing that needs to go on, some kind of like, you know, getting rid of stuff, cleansing your house, cleansing your body, cleansing your mind, so that you can welcome in this new kind of possibility that wants to come in for you, or these new things that want to come in for you. Sensuality, and that came up for pile 1 as well. So it definitely is that sense of you being able to free yourself from old patterns and old paradigms that is going to place you in a real kind of sense of abundance. And I think that's the main thing about this, is about you putting yourself in that space where you're ready to receive, and also that basically like the work that you're doing is actually going to be fruitful, because sometimes we can do things, and that's what I kind of get here, that you did stuff before, it didn't work out. There may be some fears about that not actually coming to fruition, but it's almost going back to the drawing board and then realizing that you can achieve some things in a very short space of time. You can almost see it coming towards you, and then you move towards that, and that motivates you to work even harder, or just to even just invest more time within yourself and working on the things that you know that you can find security in. So pile 2, that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. Another message that I just got as well is almost about an emotional change as well within yourself that will be that you'll be working through with this Guru card. So, but otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in future readings. Take care, my darlings. Bye. Pile 3, hello and welcome to your reading. You chose the Deer card, so power. So there's something here about you harnessing your power. We've got a very high priestess kind of vibe here with the number 2 here. So, and also with this figure, it's very Artemis-like, the huntress, and also this full moon that's in between her horns of the deer, the stag. So what I'm getting is there's something that is really you taking charge of your own sense of empowerment, really listening to your intuition and your guidance, listening to something that's really pulling you forward and taking you in a direction which is like leading you towards the light, and away from darkness, and also making this happen for yourself. Very similar messages actually, initially, because even though there are very different cards that have happened with the 3 piles, I'm just getting this sense of where you're all taking charge of your own power, and you're all coming into your own power in very, very different ways. So let's have some more information with the tarot. Pile 3, what new thing is coming into pile 3's life? What is coming next into your life, pile 3? What new thing is coming into your life? What new thing is coming into pile 3's life? Okay, so we've got the 3 of Swords reversed. Interesting. So we've got the Devil, got the Ace of Cups, we got the Sun, and we got Death. Interesting. And one more. Wow, okay, so I mean this is pretty strong already with 4 major arcana, and then we've also got the Ace of Cups as well. So what I'm seeing here, this may be love for some of you. You may be getting over some kind of breakup or some kind of codependent relationship, somewhere where you have felt that you were kind of entrapped in some relationship, or where you were being taken advantage of, and you also can see like where you were being disempowered, where you weren't allowed to make decisions, where you had to kind of put yourself down in a way. This could be in a work situation, but I do think it's to do, if it is a work situation, then I feel like it's somewhere where you didn't feel like you were able to express yourself in a really clear way. But now what's happening is, now because you're moving towards, you kind of said, I'm not going to get involved in that kind of thing. That is not where I want to be right now. So now you're moving forward into your power and moving more towards happiness. And you're not going to be alone. You're not going to be alone. People are going to be seeing your light. They're going to be able to see what you're doing. You may have spent like quite a lot of time alone. You may have been kind of getting over whatever this was. If it was a breakup, you might have been healing, and now you've realized that where you wasn't somewhere that was giving you mental clarity. It wasn't giving you like freedom. It wasn't giving you the love you needed to give yourself and to others. And now you want to move into a space where you're going to be able to like see that, because it seems to me that the universe is really waiting to give it to you, pile 3. It just wants you to go out there and seek it. It's ready for you to receive it. You've actually gone through a massive process of transformation where you've been like, right, okay, I've been hurt. This is really, I want so much more than this. I don't want to be kind of stuck in this position where I'm just like on my own. Now I've spent enough time on my own, and I want to move away towards the warmth of the sun, and where I can welcome in the abundance that's really there for me. So that's what it seems like. So it seems like you might have some new experiences. I think, some new experiences are going to come to you because you're going to manifest them into your life. This could be like, I don't know, I'm just getting travel. So like you might go on holiday or something like that. You might go out with some new friends. You might go to some new groups. I'm seeing something really social here with the Hermit reversed, and also with these three cards, particularly these two. You're moving away from situations that almost you did feel addicted to because you felt like you were trapped due to a particular mindset, but now you've removed those chains and now you're moving into something really beautiful and new with everything new. It's almost like you've evolved, you've become a bit of a butterfly now. Wow, trine. Yeah, this is the time for you to move forward. And then you've got Jupiter. Yes, this is definitely the time for you to move forward and to move into your abundance and what you really deserve, pile 3. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and let's see what these cards have to say for you. Wisdom. Okay, so this is about you understanding the past, understanding your past mistakes. I've still got a feeling here that you may still be, and it's interesting, we have the kind of horns here, we have horns here. So there's something about you kind of understanding where you were stuck and where you know, kind of placed your energy. It almost feels like there was a misdirected energy, and then you're starting to understand like the displacement of your power. And now you're thinking, wow, okay, so if I just focused on somewhere else that was going to really, really empower me in a really good way, this is what's going to kind of grow and evolve and make me really kind of embrace this beautiful sun energy and also learn from this death energy. And then to close out the reading, I'll pull one of these guys. Yeah, you're ready to receive it. I think that's what the difference is between you and the other two piles. Like you're ready to receive it. Like you're I feel like you've done quite a lot of work already. And it's almost like you feel like you're fed up. You're fed up of like, you know, not getting what you deserve. So you're like, right, okay, I'm moving on from this. And it just feels like that's not going to be alone. You're going to be with other people. See, I told you, romance. So I definitely feel like if you're moving on from a relationship, there's something that's new that's coming into the fray, and victory as well. So this may be a very specific message for some of you. If you are getting out of like some kind of codependent relationship, what you've learned is really going to help you find new people and new kind of relationships that is going to help you kind of feel a lot more grounded, a lot more centered. You may also feel a new dynamic in relationships that you have done. Like you may have been in a position where you had been relying on your partner, or you had been relying on something or someone, or a connection with someone or something, and you're going to move beyond that. You're going to realize, actually, you know, I need to find the joy and the romance within myself, so that I can move on and actually, you know, get that from myself, be more independent in that energy. But then you end up bringing in more kind of other people who resonate on that vibration that help you to kind of elevate you. Because I don't think that where you were before was really, it was kind of suppressing you. It was causing you not to feel empowered. Romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. I just feel this is also like self-romance. We've got the number 5 there as well. So it's almost like there's been this kind of sense of moving through something quite difficult, and now you're starting to kind of move on and allow the abundance and the love to really come to you. And then with victory, you've got number 8. I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I shall let victory make me wise. You know where you need to go. You know that moving out of this state, you might have been in quite like a low state previously, and now you're knowing, and now you're kind of coming out of that. And also you know that you can't stay in this space, but you do also know that it was temporal, and that there was things for you to grow and learn from this experience. So a really, really beautiful reading there, Part 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, you take care, my darlings. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll see you really, really soon. Bye.